Good morning, beautiful people. You're here at Firestorm Freerunning Acrobatics. My name's Justin Taylor. It's almost summertime, and it's time for Shorty Shorts! Woo! No, I'm just kidding. It's kind of overcast and a little cold, and I kind of regret wearing these shorts. So, hey, get out of here! Get back! Okay. Stony confirmed. All right, beautiful people. Today we are going to be working on some flowy moves. You may remember a few weeks ago when I was telling you how nobody ever leaves comments. So somebody did, and they like flowy moves. So guess what? For the next 4 weeks, you get flowy moves. Whose fault is that? Yours. If you wanted a flip and you didn't leave a comment, that's on you. And probably on me for not, promoting it well enough. But I digress. Today we're going to be working on what's called an Underbar 360. And I'll scoot you guys back a little bit. You may remember your basic Underbar. It looks a little like that. It's just a nice little flowy move that gets you quickly and efficiently through 2 sets of bars, or at least a bar that you can grip and something you're going over on the bottom. An Underbar 360 is the exact same move, but what we're going to do here is we're going to trade some of that efficiency and speed for a little bit of cool, flowy, free-runnery, free-range flippancy. How many F's did I get there? I feel like a lot. I feel proud of myself. That was good. All right, so what we're going to be doing is this guy. We come here. Woo! Nice and fancy, not quite as quick or efficient, but it gives you a nice little spin on things and allows you to have a little bit of fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over how to do this skill. You can use it anywhere that you have a bar to grab. You don't even need to have a thing to go over. It's just a good training obstacle. All right, without further ado, let's do our 60-second breakdown and put 60 seconds on the clock. There we go. All right, when you run up to your obstacle, whichever way you want to turn, you're going to have your opposite foot in front. In this case, I'm going to turn left. I'm striding or gather stepping off my right foot. I'm going to take my hands, twist them across my body. This causes my right hand, since I'm going to be turning left, come to the left and reverse grip. One overhand, one backwards hand. I'm going to jump and tuck my knees to my chest so my butt does not hit. Woo! Which spins me now backwards. At this point, I will let go with my left hand so my body can continue to rotate, look towards my forward path, over my left shoulder, drop down to the ground, and that is your Underbar 360. Step, switch grip, tuck, let go with the hand that blocks, push away, land, and continue your run, or whatever kind of fun shenanigans you might be up to that day. Woo! All right, friends, let's break this guy down a little bit, shall we? So when I come in here, I'm going to be jumping and then grabbing the bar. It's a lot like our original Underbar we learned a few weeks ago. Normally we'd come up, right? And to get used to it, we'd put a foot on the rail, place our hands, and then do our Underbar. As we got more accustomed to it and we came in with more confidence, we would jump, grab the bar as we're tucking, and then swing over this lower bar. The biggest thing to keep in mind here is this bar, if it slams you in the butt, not going to feel good. So we want to take our time in the beginning and make sure when we do this, we are pulling and bending our arms, pulling this bar towards our chest to get our butt as high in the air as we can so we don't clip this bad boy right here. All right. The next thing you have to do is decide which way you like to turn. Now, personally, I like to turn to my right, but I also have a right leg that is my power leg that I like to jump off of. It's very difficult for me to take off on my good leg, my right leg, and turn to my right, because now you can see I'm crossing my body. So I have to decide, am I going to take off on my opposite foot so I can turn to my normal side, or am I going to take off of my power leg and turn the other direction? You guys all know what the answer is because you've seen a couple of these videos, right? You do it both ways. Yeah, ambidextrous life. So for right now, I'm going to show you a right foot takeoff, which means I'm spinning to my left. So when I come up here to the bar, the first thing I'm going to do is, if my hands are normal and I try to turn, you can see immediately my right hand right here is already starting to come off the bar. It is not going to work. All right, so what I'm going to be doing is not just a switch grip, which is like this, but I'm going to do a crisscross switch grip. All that means is one hand's turning one way, one hand's turning the other, and I'm crossing them. I'm crossing like this because now you can see I can very easily turn myself around, hey, without my arms getting in the way or my hands starting to peel. So I'm going to come forward. Since we're turning left, taking off my right foot, I'm going to crisscross my hands here. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to jump up, tuck my knees to my chest, And because my arms are twisted, my body is gonna wanna unravel itself. Like a slinky or a yo-yo, it's just gonna wanna unwind, and that's gonna turn me halfway around. When I do this though, as soon as I jump, I'm gonna start to swing. So I have to pull myself up and tuck my knees to my chest so I don't hit my butt or my legs on this lower bar. So for right now, you'd come up, you'd grab your hands here. Here's my switch grip. I'm gonna jump and pull. Last thing I want you to remember when you pull is if I jump really hard and pull straight up, I'm gonna smack my head on this bar. That'll be funny for you and unhappy for me. I'm just kidding, it won't hurt me. You know why? No brains, no headaches. It's what my dad always told me growing up. It's a little sad now that I get it. Moving right along, I'm gonna jump, head goes under the bar to the far side, I pull up, and what I can do now, as you can see here, is just plant my feet to get used to this, just like we would step on the lower bar for our underbar training. At this point, if I try to finish turning, why don't you guys come over here to your left a little bit. If I try to turn, you can now see my arm is blocking my body. I can't finish turning to finish this 360. So what I'm gonna do is at the top of my swing when I'm kind of weightless, like when you're on a swing set and you pump and you're in the front and you're like, wee, for a half second. When I get to this back part of my swing and I'm a little bit weightless, I'm just gonna let go of my left hand, which will start to unravel my body. I look to the left, and I'm just gonna allow my knees to follow that and drop me down to the ground. If I do it all correctly with that footstep, because we're just building ourselves up right now, it'll look a little like this. I'll come here, I'll grab my hands, I'll jump and tuck, touch, I'm gonna let go, and step myself down. Now, as we feel more comfortable, we're gonna jump and leave the ground and start tucking before we touch this bar. And that's gonna slowly build us up. We're still only gonna do the half turn and place our feet step by step. So I'm gonna come here, jump and grab, touch, let go, and here I am. Now, as you feel more and more comfortable, what we're gonna do is, since we're turning left, we're only gonna plant our right foot now. We're gonna let that left leg continue to spin and point us towards the end of our 360. So same thing, I'm gonna jump first, grab the bar, do my spin, touch the foot. Now here I am. Once you've got this one down, you're pretty much there. All we're gonna do is not touch that foot. This can be really easy for some people and really hard for others. Once you get used to it, it actually becomes much easier than putting your foot down because the momentum is spinning you the entire time. When I stop to put my foot down, my body stops spinning. I lose all my momentum, and then I have to start again to get that last 180 and finish. So although it's a little scary, once you get used to not touching your foot or touching your foot less and less and less until you don't need it, it actually becomes much more simple to just jump up, and you can see there's no stall there. You just keep spinning me the whole way through. You get a little better, you can start doing extra spins on the way out. I come out of it, I can actually step and lunge and go into a cartwheel, into a round off, front handspring, any type of, tricking pass, tumbling pass, whatever you want to do. So this is a fun little flowy trick. Looks cool, gets you up and over an object, but also can be used to set yourself up into a really cool little free running pass. You know what's way cooler than just walking over doing a cartwheel? If, let's say, you're doing a basic starting free running pass and I want to do a cartwheel, it looks a lot cooler if I come in, woo! Or maybe that didn't look cool, I don't know. Probably look cool if I do it like this, right? You gotta walk like this, man, you gotta own it. It's the only way you can do it. By the power of free runner. I want to do squats now for some reason. All right, well, I have abused your eyeballs more than enough for today. That is our Underbar 360. Remember to take it step by step. Don't be afraid if you smack your leg a couple times, it does happen. If you have the option and you're here at a gym, I highly recommend finding a bar, taking a soft foam block, putting it there, so that way you can practice getting over an object, and that way if you hit the object, you're not gonna be crying afterwards. I did that my first time, and all the little heroes, they just laughed at me. It was really sad. I cried a little bit. My mom told me I was a wimp. It was a really troubling time in my life. But it's okay, I'm a big boy now. I pull up my own pants, shove my thighs, and walk away. I don't care how. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button finger. I don't know anymore. I should back up because we forgot the 60-second breakdown. So I'm just going to let you cut that beforehand, and we're going to start over with the 60-second breakdown like this never happened.